name is Nelson Geel. Last name is Geel, and I'm the CTO for Axiom Technologies, and we are a wireless carrier in Maine, very northeasterly Maine, actually all the way up to the Canadian border. There's a lot of attention being paid these days to rolling out broadband to middle mile and last mile customers in very rural areas, and reaching those that are still unserved. And our area is very representative of that, and we have a large geography with not a lot of customers in there, so there's a lot of dispersion and a lot of mileage involved with reaching these folks. We also deal with tree cover and hills and open bodies of water, and so there's a lot of challenges with reaching the rural customer that maybe you don't see as much in some of the urban environments, which have different challenges. So it's perhaps a bit of a different skill set reaching folks that are really out in the wilderness. We gave a presentation on that, and I think it went really well, and we were able to show some pictures of service areas that maybe didn't look a lot like the traditional service areas that folks that maybe generally come to these conferences usually see. But it was fun, and we don't get a chance to present to crowds like this all that often. So it was a good time, and being able to talk about what we do and where we do it, and share some stories back and forth with the other folks. Some of the other presenters too been unexpectedly entertaining. Like the representative from DirecTV. I didn't expect to see DirecTV here, but some of the collaborative ideas that he was talking about, with being able to blend different services together and create combination package deals, even when there's multiple vendors involved. There hasn't always been an environment of strong collaboration, really, in some of these marketplaces, and it's interesting seeing times change and seeing companies come together and saying, well, what can we do together that is collectively better than what we're able to do apart. And that was a pretty interesting presentation he gave. Very much, actually, and the amount of attention that's being specifically paid to wireless solutions and WiMAX solutions for reaching those rural customers is really exciting and important, because in a lot of cases wireless is not necessarily the best mode, it's perhaps the only mode to reach some of these folks. And WiMAX is a very mature, very capable wireless technology compared maybe to some of the legacy devices that are out there. And so it's a very good time right now for these two things to come together, where we have WiMAX as a very healthy, capable, mature standard now, at a time when the country here in the United States is looking at mass deployments into rural areas and needing a tool to make that happen. And it's a very fitting tool for the time and the environments. In general, we've had a really good time. I like a lot of the presenters on the showroom. We've been able to actually meet in person a lot of the vendors, folks that we've only known through email and over the phone. We've actually been able to see in person and handle products that we've only had described to us, or we've seen a picture of on the website, for example. So it really is a great opportunity. Reading about something or seeing a picture of something online is, it's somewhat informative, but there's no substitution for actually being there in person, being able to handle the product and communicate with the vendor in person. It's primarily about the networking. It's about interfacing with other companies and meeting other individuals, and getting an understanding of what they're doing, how they're doing it, getting ideas for your own company, offering your ideas and your talents to other organizations. You do learn a lot on the technical side, but you have the ability, I suppose, to learn, at home. At home, you don't have the ability to meet all these new folks and network, with the human beings that are involved, and that, I think, is as important as actually understanding the technology too. You need to know the people, and you need to know the entities.